Hi, it's David Schaefer, and this is our Rocket Hub Popular Science Crowdfunding Challenge Update number 1 for our Airborne Wind Energy Project, so you can get an idea of what we've been doing for the last 2 weeks. First, I'm glad to report we are making progress on several fronts. Equipment cost is looking very competitive versus traditional wind turbines, and we are continuing to refine our designs and analytical models. However, our prime focus lately is looking for additional sources of funding and development partners. We hope to build and fly our first prototype by fall of this year, but that really depends on the amount of financial support we receive from folks like you through Rocket Hub and other sources. You might also be interested in this. We had a good discussion with Portland General Electric last week regarding potential use of some of their facilities for testing. Funding support is not an option with them given the very early stages of our project. They need to see a prototype. We also submitted a proposal package to the U.S. Navy based on a request for bids to provide a backup power system for ships at sea. The Navy is scheduled to award that contract of early stage funding in September. It's our first attempt getting through a fairly rigorous government proposal process, so it might be a more of a learning process for us, but we're keeping our fingers crossed. We submitted a formal response to the Federal Aviation Administration request for public comments on revising its policy regarding airborne wind energy systems and their integration into the National Airspace System. Topics such as operating heights, testing protocol, and an improved marking system for aircraft were discussed. We had an introductory meeting with NASA's Glenn Research Center yesterday and talked about our company and our technology and several areas where they could help. They don't provide early stage funding, but they are able to provide technical assistance in the form of modeling, analysis, and optimization. This is really exciting as I believe they could bring their tremendous talent in 3 key areas. Development of a wing profile optimized for circular corkscrew flight, maximize lift to drag ratio, and maximize the lifting surface operating under a low Reynolds number, which is a low wind speed. Wind farm optimization is another one. This is something I believe is critical for the airborne wind energy in general to be more competitive with traditional wind turbines, and that is reduced land usage. Number 3, licensing of NASA-developed technology. Their flywheel energy storage system is one that comes to mention, something we might be able to use on our kite. This week we also received a generous $5,000 contribution to support our patent application efforts, and we got a great deal from a patent attorney to process our applications. We currently have 24 technology elements that we believe are unique. These ideas need to be condensed down, written up, and processed through the patent office. We also got a professional to help us clean up our website. Google is now our largest competitor in the U.S. as they just purchased Makani Power, which is an airborne energy company in California. A big player with deep pockets investing in this technology adds credibility, which is actually greatly appreciated. There are a few companies in the world doing this right now, and the cool thing is everybody's implementation, including ours, is slightly different. So this is a great time to contribute to a growing renewable energy technology. On the funding side, I'll be honest, we're off to a slow start. Like many of the 24 finalists that were selected from 300 plus projects submitted to Popular Science and Rocket Hub. As you might imagine, getting the funding ball rolling is time consuming for a small company. Bottom line, we need to get our first prototype off the ground by fall. Please consider donating what you can to our cause and receive one of many great gifts. Contribute, spread the word, and continue to follow us as we develop this project together. Thanks for your time, and thanks to Popular Science and Rocket Hub for supporting us.